The silver lining in the redistricting is that Columbia County is now in the 41st Senate District for New York State. And boy, did we get a wonderful senator. So, hardworking, smart, and just industrious and progressive Michelle Hinchey.
Hello, Hudson! And our friends from surrounding areas, of which I know there are many. We've got the mountaintop, other towns. Thank you for being here. I gotta tell you, I'm Michelle Hinchey. I'm the current state senator just across the river, Ulster, Greene, Albany, Schenectady, and Montgomery County. And I am so proud of the work that so many people here who from across the river helped us flip the 46 seat from red to blue, making sure that we had a pro-choice woman in that seat. But I gotta tell you, the last 24 hours, they've been tough. I don't know about all of you, but I've spent the last 24 hours on and off crying, including on my drive here. Again, including listening to all of the incredible, impassioned, articulate, and accurate speeches that we've heard today. All of them have made me tear up. And that's okay, because it's okay to feel despair. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel sad, because we have to harness that. We have to feel this moment, because for the next forever, but especially the next 6 to 8 months, we have to remember how we feel right now. And when it's nice out and we'd rather go swimming, we need to pick up a phone. When we're tired and we feel like we're the only ones or the only person doing the work, we gotta go knock another door, bring someone with us. When we feel like there's nowhere else to go and maybe it's hopeless because there is gerrymandering across this country, and we don't know how to flip those state legislatures that are still sending people back in large numbers to the Congress, we have to make sure that we are bringing everyone out to vote and make sure that every single up and down the ballot, school board, town board, county legislature, state legislature, House of Representatives, representing New York, is not just pro-choice, but pro-woman, pro-person. Because we are the front lines. Right now, it's New York and California. We are the front lines. We are the leaders. We are sending the signal to the rest of the country, to the people in those other countries that are not as privileged as we are, that are not as privileged as I am as a white woman living in New York State. People who do not have that privilege, we have to send a signal to them that we care, we are here, and we will do everything we can to protect you. In just my first term, just our first 16 months, it's been a long 16 months, we've been able to do incredible things. We've built coalitions. We've actually passed, I say we because it's myself and my team, but we've passed actually over 50 bills through the state legislature. Everything from broadband access to healthcare access. And one thing I want to say on the healthcare access, free menstrual products were only available in New York City shelters. We recognize that. This is why it's important to have upstate voices in all level of government. We recognize that inequity, and we made sure we passed a bill last year that was signed by the governor to make sure that now every shelter across New York State provides free menstrual products to our bills that we passed, including that one, passed with wide bipartisan support, except for one. And that bill is a bill I'm incredibly proud and privileged to have sponsored, which is a bill that protects medical providers from adverse action and malpractice suits from insurance companies for providing abortions to people who come to New York from other states where their states have made that vital health care illegal. Because that's the work that we are doing here in New York. That's the work that we are leading on. And I'll tell you right now, my opponent, an anti-choice woman, voted against that law. She voted against the Reproductive Health Act. Do we want that kind of representation here in upstate New York in the Hudson Valley and in Columbia County? I didn't think so. I don't want it for me. I don't want it for my future kids. Because let's be clear, the decision, the overturning of Roe v. Wade yesterday, was a total assault on the women and the people that marched 50 years ago and did the work to get that constitutionally protected right. It is a travesty for people my generation, I'm 34, for people my age who were deciding, people like me, like Destiny, who we heard from before, who are deciding right now what we want our families and our futures to look like, what time and what kind of family we want to have. And it's a complete disregard for our future, for the child that was here before, and for all of our young people and our children who are here today standing up with their families, because we sent a signal to them, sadly, that we don't care about their future and their future is no longer theirs to control. That is abhorrent, and quite frankly, there are no words to describe this because none of them feel big enough. Abhorrent, travesty, assault, disregard, none of them feel big enough for this moment. Our bodies, our choice. What is big enough is this energy. What is big enough is all of us coming together, standing united more than we have ever been since the 50 years ago, a generation that people fought and won person's right to choose. That is what's big enough. It's you being here, spending your Saturday morning with us, coming out, making the signs, talking to your neighbors, picking up that phone, knocking a door, making sure that every single election from June to the end of time, people know what is on the ballot. Because it's our future. So thank you for being here. This is just the beginning of this work. Thank you for being here. Remember this moment. Remember when it's raining. Remember when it's hot. Remember when it's cold in October, because we're going to need you, and we absolutely want you to be with us in this coalition, making sure we flip all the seats we can and hold on to the seats we have. So thank you, and I look forward to being in the trenches with you until November. Thank you very much.